Hello again, everybody. Back. Announcements before we begin. Last week I mentioned that this is the last campaign for the setting, and we're moving on to something new and fresh and brand new and fun. So stay tuned. Kate, what do you got for the world wide web?
For the www.world, check out my Redbubble at www.redbubble.com/KR Theater/shop. Go check it out. I think that's the URL. I couldn't tell you 100% sure. Yeah.
I was gonna make another joke about an old school URL, but I don't want to. Cakefarts.com. Anybody know what that is?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Caleb knows what's up.
I've been to the
Google it.
I've been to the hot sticky parts of the internet. Come on.
If you want to have a good laugh, Cake Farts.
The internet was not a good place back in the day.
Yeah, if it's still up.
It also was.
Garrett, you are muted if you want to contribute to this dark, sticky part.
It's worse now than it was back in the day.
You think so?
100%.
I have a list of, I don't know, maybe this is better hidden, but I have a list of terms that I can say that can make every person here recoil in horror. That
I think the internet was good like that. I think the internet was good like that.
Yeah, but that's like
you
that
think
is what
now
here,
everything
Sam?
is curated and fed to you by Google.
Here?
Okay, maybe we'll see. Let's see. Let's see. List a few.
Drop two.
Yeah, let's go. Bottle guy.
Yep.
Nope.
Oh no.
There it
is. Is that the jar?
Yeah. It was a bottle, but I think he may have also done a jar. I think he had a series.
One broke.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, we're good. Okay,
if we're just submitting things for people to
to
not
look it up.
No,
Blue waffle.
Blue waffle.
Yeah.
I remember blue waffle. Yeah.
Nope.
I don't want to say things.
Nothing to me.
I've got one that I'm like,
do it.
I'm living in blissful ignorance.
Everybody share one.
Right then, don't look up Mr. Hands.
Don't look up Mr. Hands. That's a bad one.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. We're saying
I won't.
Not.
I won't
do it. This isn't like a fun like. Don't do it. This is like
this isn't Smiling France. This is worse.
Yeah, there's that corporate approved bullshit right there. No, this is the raw stuff.
This is raw, unfiltered, pre-YouTube content.
Pre-YouTube, but it was around.
I really like the origins. Everybody knows Goatsy.
Oh, the classic. The
actually, I don't. But I'm not looking it up. No.
Oh my God! Wait. You want to hear the most early 2000s story ever?
Yes.
We're just trying. I don't know what Garrett's doing.
One time, one of the ways I encountered Goatsy as a child was someone managed to recreate the image in a Warcraft 3 map.
Yes.
A custom Warcraft 3 map. When you loaded it up, it was just the image of Goatsy somehow, like made out of map.
That's pretty good.
My favorite. That's pretty good. Somebody photoshopped Goatsy to be Fruit Loops and milk inside.
Oh God.
Goatsy
Lemon
and
Party,
Meat Spin, Lemon Party, Lemon Party. Yeah. Tub Girl.
No,
that one's not a good one.
Listen, I like.
None of them are good.
Lex, drop one or
I don't
two.
think any of these are supposed to be good.
I have no idea what y'all are talking about.
You didn't have unrestricted internet access as a kid.
Absolutely none of the things. I was born and raised in a Catholic school, so I was very sheltered.
You were born right into the school.
Well,
right into the school.
Orphaned into the Catholic school.
When all this stuff, like what was it? Funny or Die? No, not that. It was the other one. iFunny or something. It was a website.
There's
no.
Further back.
The dirtiest thing that I ever recall was it was a video. It was Papa Smurf gonna lick that ass. And yeah, it was okay. Let me tell you what that beat though, not too bad. No, my friend showed it to me. He went to public school in the neighborhood. He went to public school. I went to private school or Catholic school.
Wow.
And he goes, "Hey, my friends there showed me a video." And I said, "Okay." and he had a computer. My dad did. I didn't. Anyway, so he's like, I was flabbergasted. A little 14-year-old me listening to the Smurfs who were like innocent little things, and then I mean, in reality, they really
PBS
weren't.
every morning.
Well, hey, look at the bright side. After the session,
No, Pokemon was on PBS.
After the session, you have so much stuff
or whatever it was
to look up and learn.
Yeah. Huh.
No, y'all are
literally
strong advocates against.
If anybody is
so.
listening, listen to look up none of the things we
Just
said.
skip past this whole introductory section, probably. Just skip straight
Yeah, now
to
that we finished it, skip past it. You know, you've heard all of it.
Oh, kids in the sandbox. Anyways,
yeah, just skip
An
to about
actually
the
good
5-minute
one from
mark.
an actually good one from that time is HomestarRunner.com.
Homestar Runner.
Oh, it's so good. No, that's actually legitimately fun. And if you got a little darker sense of humor, I think it's what was it, Frog in a Blender, something like that.
And
Scroll button and the lap be together at last. How you ever let the squiggy scroll so fast?
Speaking of putting things inside of things, you guys are put in a castle.
Oh yeah.
What a segue!
Right.
So what a master of segues, Justin.
Scooch, just Scooch, so you're aware, just preemptively you're aware. We are currently in the Rime King's castle. We were there. He took us there because Kate made a deal. Or Samira made a deal.
Shit happened.
You'll find out. Last we left off, deep in the Underdark, Crearyn stood in a tower of dark violet stone, overlooking a sprawling mind flayer hive city where a colossal, transparent brain hovered above an amphitheater, tethered to multiple illithids, channeling psychic energy out of said theater. A plated mind flayer confronted Crearyn, and they escaped by focusing on the gem in their hand and teleporting back to the Baron's panic room. Everybody saw that the city was in panic from the mind flayer delegate sending, mentioning that the Baron was going to be killed, blah, 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 blah. The party fled toward the cellar of the building to retrieve Orson and Penny, while Tero strung the Baron's corpse up on the manor's highest spire, spears still lodged in his body. The streets outside burned as the mages descended, discovering the sewers were also crawling with worms now. The group instead took refuge in the nearby Montalban estate, where Tero deceived the worms at the gate to this district into believing the Baron's men had betrayed them. Meanwhile, a university mage arrived, glowing-eyed and scanning for magic. Samira dispelled his detect magic before the mage ordered invisible stalkers to scour the area. Creatures Abraham recognized as the tools of his former elder brain. When the mage pulled a dwarven man out of a building recognized as Thadrid Embervein by Crearyn, Tero and Abraham struck back, igniting a battle that saw their safe house engulfed in flames. Samira, gravely injured by a fireball, revived only to use her blood to cast Sending to the Rime King, successfully convincing him that the worms in University plotted treason alongside a mind flayer cabal in Volkwil. In response, the Rime King unleashed a cataclysmic blizzard that froze the city, and personally appeared, thanking the party, before whisking them away to his palace in Ormrheim. There, the Lunartics found not a bleak tyranny, but a thriving, sunny, cheerful city whose people revered their monarch. They met Dagon in Paradis, the king's chamberlain, whose name they recognized from a letter hinting at eternal conspiracies, and were shown to guest quarters. And were treated fairly well and friendly. That night, tension brewed as Crearyn confronted Samira about her communications with the Rime King and connections, possibly. Learning she had performed a ritual at the Church of the Scar, and basically subtly threatened Crearyn, maybe not subtly, but threatened Crearyn, to basically step back. And as everyone settled into sleep, the rest was broken at dawn. So everybody got full long rest. I marked it off for Caleb. You weren't here. As each settled into their rest or sleep, their rest was broken at dawn by knocks at each of their doors. Everyone is in private guest quarters. Abraham is downstairs in the arcane larder with a bunch of eccentric arcanists who are kind of crazy. All right. So you all wake to the bright sun shining through the windows of the guest rooms. Abraham is awoken by the smell of very strong coffee being brewed. And Crearyn, you're jolted awake by the bag of devouring belching, having consumed everything within its contents from the prior day. So the amethyst gem you put in there, little brain gem, it gone. Moments later, you all hear knocks at your doors. For Abe, there's a knock at the door of the larder, and yeah. I have an invitation. Multiple voices say that. Different voices say that through everyone's doors.
No housekeeping. Sleeping.
Okay. The king is inviting you for breakfast in an hour in his private dining hall, and then you hear footsteps walking away. Everybody else will hear the same thing if they don't open their door. You've been invited to breakfast in the king's private dining hall in an hour. Samira, differently to you, you don't know. You have a letter gets slid under your door.
Interesting. Are there like wardrobes of clothes in the rooms?
There's wardrobes with fancy clothes for everyone should they choose to wear fancy clothes.
Cool. I think Samira actually slept a couple hours because having a beating heart is exhausting, everybody. I don't know how you do it. So she slept a little bit. And I think the rest of the night she kind of just in between resting and like having her mind like wander, I think to distract herself, she kind of went through the whole wardrobe of clothes and kind of picked out something new that she hadn't been wearing for weeks on end.
It's all like elegant, like light blue, white, and silver adorned clothing. Very high fashion nobility kind of clothing.
I think she kind of does a little bit of mixing and matching with what she currently has and what's in the wardrobe.
Okay.
So like she has a fresh bodice on, she in like a brighter blue versus the more natural tones that you would see in like a poorer, not a wealthy community.
Mm-hmm.
And then she has a matching skirt, but she still has the little capelet that she hand stitched and embroidered. And then her belt of spell components around her hips.
Okay.
She picks up the letter and reads it.
All right. So the letter is it's got a blue wax seal. It resembles the Dominion insignia you've seen all your life, but this one is different. The dragon displayed in it appears much more reserved and peaceful, not roaring or looking intimidating. It's a much more calmer, relaxed thing. And you crack open the seal. Do you want me to read the letter out loud for everybody, or just send it to you privately?
Just send it to me, please, if I could. If I could request
secrets.
A private message.
Secrets.
Secrets.
So then, while Samira is enjoying her letter, Scooch is going to go into the wardrobe and he's gonna observe. Are there any are they restricted to color? The finery that's there?
It's all just like various shades of like light blues, whites, off whites, grays, silver. And just so everyone's aware, everyone does have their own room, so everyone's kind of separate in this single like tower, except for Abraham.
So then Scooch is gonna go full bird and start like cutting up like strips of the fabric and start like braiding them and putting them into his feathers. So he's gonna create like a blue, silver, gray like mullet.
Hell yeah.
That comes down, so it's like just stuck up in there. He's trying to get fancy. Then he's gonna put his hat back on backwards. But then he's got this floof of like fabric that comes out that like aligns perfect to get a real Billy Ray, like full on
achy breaky.
Curl. Oh yeah, full on curl mullet, and then makes a little like a little twisted up collar for penny of the same colors, and then a little, maybe a little mini mullet for Errol as well.
Okay. And also, just for I didn't cover it in the recap. When the Rime King was taking you all here through like his blizzard teleportation, he mentioned he would never see harm come to a child. There was an insight check done, and it was believed to be true. And it seemed like he sent Orson somewhere safe. The gnome child.
Orson is a gnome child?
Yeah, the gnome child that you guys like found in the manor that he was going to be fed to Crearyn, or to the vampire daughter. Yeah.
Yeah, you were guarding him all last session, Scooch.
Yeah.
No, I'm just confirming, because
You
sometimes
wouldn't leave his side, remember?
I met a kid named Schmorson once. Just didn't want to use the two. It's important.
It's, of course.
Names. Orson though, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember. We hung out.
Yeah. I can tell you what Tero's doing with his clothing options for the day.
Yeah, sure.
Tero is definitely going through that wardrobe.
Yeah, it's all like elegant refinery.
He is definitely finding the most colorful clothes he can find in there. And then taking one of his silver daggers, and then he is slicing squares out of it, and then patching over any holes in his outfit that have been received through damage.
Perfect.
Recently.
Yeah.
He's just
sounds good.
sewing them on.
Perfect.
While he doesn't take the shirt off. He like the shirt and the pants. He just sews right on his body.
Perfect. Crearyn, you also hear the invitation to breakfast in an hour. You also have the same wardrobe full of clothes to change into, should you so choose. You weren't given any directions or any like rules, just breakfast in an hour. Yeah. And you're muted, so.
Yeah, Crearyn's talking to themselves, so they don't want you to hear.
Oh.
No, Crearyn's going to
me.
put on a a very like simple tunic and trousers,
Okay.
and is going to. They don't necessarily like their changing form being seen, but it's a big old dragon, so he probably knows what they look like. It's just that instead of having the ASIM, they're just going to pull their hair back, and it's going to kind of fall a little bit longer to the shoulders. They're going to give their skin, instead of like that dull gray, it's like that really light gray. It's going to be more closely to like a hoarfrost color, so like a bluish gray, where the accents and the shadows look more like frostbite.
Okay.
Gonna fit the aesthetic that they feel exists within this place. Is the if you're attuned or attached to the cold, you're well liked.
Okay.
So and we'll kind of saunter out and kind of knock on doors as they walk through. Samira's gets like an extra like trio of knocks, like from the top all the way to the bottom, like almost like a rapid fire. On the knuckles.
Did you cop knock Samira's door?
I did, yeah. And I'm not being quiet about it either.
Rude. Tero's gonna poke his head out the door. He's still sewing, but this one's on the inside, so it's like his arms are the sleeves are just dangling to the sides, and you can see the needle just poking straight out through the chest like an alien, like a face, or like chest burst just.
With the other hand grabbing between the fabric too.
Oh no, it comes out from the neck.
Oh.
It's like what? So it's like the needle sticks out through the chest, and then it reaches out. It's like grabs it from this, reaches out, pulls it through, and then sticks it back.
God, roundabout way of doing. Good morning, Tero.
Good morning.
Do you sleep well, or trance, or whatever you do?
Oh, well enough, yes.
How do you feel?
Good. There was a lovely closet full of new fabric for me in there.
I like the additions you've made here. So
Thank you.
They don't really have a meaning then. It's just kind of.
No, it's
truly is
entirely
patchwork.
functional. Once upon a time, these were intact garments.
And I imagine you don't ever want to go back to that.
Oh well, I don't have anything against it. I like what I like.
Oh, very nice. And the Baron, what about that? How are you feeling?
Oh, he's dead. Good. I don't have to go back and try and finish him off, and I think I made a lovely display out of his corpse.
Oh, not too bad.
The guards that are sitting out in front of the door, everyone's doors, are just like, hmm. The white dragonborn in armor. Again, you haven't seen a single worm in this city. If you have, there's like been one or two. And they're just like kind of side-eyeing the conversation, like, Jesus Christ.
If they make a noise, they're gonna get this.
Well, yeah, one of them just like
all right, Terrifier.
One of them just clears their throat.
Yeah, Tero's head just pivots a little too far.
Yeah.
Just looks right. Body stays facing forward. Head turns like past 90 to look at him. And then just
if he's
pivots
doing like the
back to
weird
Crearyn.
side eye, if Tero like is doing that and he's doing the weird like side eye, Crearyn's gonna slowly turn their face, but it's gonna go completely like solid. So there's no like expression, there's no eyes, and just gonna look as well. But except the mouth is just gonna be extended up, kind of matching Tero's creepy vibes before they shake their head. All right. Well, I don't want to be the first down.
Do you want an escort to breakfast? One of the dragonborn.
Yes.
One of
the arm.
The dragonborn that's guarding outside Crearyn's door takes your arm in like a very like refined sort of. He stands tall, back straight. Follow me then, and then they'll start to lead you down Crearyn down the corridor.
How tall is this? Are they like large?
Yeah, they're like 7 feet tall.
Wow. Okay.
Dragonborn.
Crearyn's gonna kind of like kick. They're gonna like kick as they step. Tero's gonna see Crearyn's height. The head just matches enough to where the top of the head is like at the bottom of their shoulders, like or where the top of their shoulders are of the dragonborn. They're just gonna grow a few, like a foot.
It looks like they're doing the escalator trick.
They just kind of get bigger, just to match the vibe.
As the dragonborn's leading you down the corridor, he just looks at you and goes, leans over a little bit, breaking the decorum just a little bit. What else can you grow big?
What do you like to know? I don't think I have a dragonborn shape. Interesting.
Do you want one?
It would be yours.
He just keeps walking.
Sure.
The guard that's outside.
Gonna mark that down.
The guard that's outside your door, Tero, is like, "Would you like an escort?"
Well, I've never hired an escort before, but a first time for everything, I suppose.
No, I'm not. I escort you to the breakfast.
Well, wherever you want to do, wherever works for you, I suppose. Let's go.
We've been assigned to protect you while you're here in the capital.
Oh, that's adorable.
This way. They don't know how to react around Tero. They're like, just this way.
Cut to Tero. I want to take you away from all of this.
It's like laying across his shoulders, just like this, speaking in his ear, kicking his feet up.
Scooch comes out, flips out the hair.
You can already see Crearyn and Tero moving down the corridor with their guards.
All right.
Escort.
Let's make this breakfast happen.
The one that's guard, the two that are guarded outside your one, the one looks down at you. Well then, escort.
I mean, you can walk near me if you need to.
Good enough for me.
All right.
This way.
Penny, go.
Penny out into the hallway. Cool dog.
Yep, pup.
I like your mullet thing.
It's called a real preening glow up, you know. It's no big deal. Seems like it was fabric to be used, so.
I was there for the guests, so, you know.
Yeah, I get it. You know, sometimes you gotta just, you know, let your hair down.
Wouldn't know.
You strike me as someone who could pull off at least a piece. Do you ever consider getting The hair club for dragons?
Not particularly.
No, you don't consider getting yourself a piece, getting plugged up, getting any sort of work done?
I think I'd stand out, or not. Dragonborn don't have hair. We get quills sometimes. Some of us have quills that grow out of our heads.
Listen, I'm telling you, I don't got no hair on my head.
My buddy, he's got quills.
Hmm.
He's a rascal. Gets into all sorts of scrapes.
Yeah.
He thinks he
I
can
had a
fly.
friend like that. Yeah, I had a friend like that. Jeff used to get in all sorts of trouble.
Did he ever try to get high in his own supply?
Yeah, he huff farts.
Yeah.
Yeah, for gold coins, he'd say, you want to see me huff a fart?" And then he'd do it, and then he'd sniff it up, and then no one would be like, "We didn't agree to that. Why would you do that?" And then he'd barf.
It's kind of funny.
I mean, hilarious.
I'd pay gold
But,
to see that.
I mean, maybe post, but then they just flick coppers at him. They do that snap thing, and it hit him right in the face.
Well,
They got real good at it. A lot of practice.
Well, that's not very nice. He's just providing entertainment.
Well, he's also kind of obnoxious.
Yeah, I suppose.
Not a lot of soul searching for Jeff. So this breakfast, are they gonna have fish?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hell 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 yeah.
At this point, Crearyn, the guards positioned outside your door. Are you coming? Your friends have been escorted already?
Did you mean to say Samira instead of Crearyn?
Yep. I did, thank you.
I'm like, I was like, I thought Crearyn.
I meant Samira.
I was like, time slip.
What? Can I get 5 more minutes? I can walk myself down. It's just this way, and I will describe the directions.
No.
No. Okay. Could you write down the directions for me?
Yeah, of course.
Thanks.
And they slide.
I will be there.
They just slide like a little piece of scrap parchment under the door.
Okay. Cool. Samira's currently changing.
Oh. Again.
Yeah. She's changing again. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't describe what it looks like yet.
Yeah.
Cool.
She definitely waits for the corridor to empty of all sound before coming out.
It's still going to be the guards outside the door.
Yeah. But no conversations between the rest of the group.
You hear the talk of farts eventually dissipate.
Yeah, great.
Abe, there's a knock on your door. The gnome that you're talking to.
You got your squeakers and you got your leakers.
Gnome you're talking to the night before opens the door, and there's this elvish person dressed in really nice looking servant clothes, and they're like, "Oh, hi, I'm just here to cordially invite she's Abe him to breakfast in about an hour. The Rime King's inviting him and his friends as his honored guest to breakfast this morning."
He'll just look at his new friend, gnome. Just give him a look.
Yeah, the gnome just looks back at you. Okay. Cool.
But
sure, I'm sure the food's not going to be your kind of thing, so take any of the specimen jars you'd like of brains and...
Yeah, if they're shoving them blue blood brains, that's it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, well.
These are just normal pink, gray brains.
Yeah. Well, let's just say Rime Lord gave some people blue brain and it wasn't very good.
Still don't know what you're talking about. Do you want the brains or not?
Yeah, I'll take how many?
You want 6?
Yeah.
All right, they're in brine, so they're not gonna go bad. And he just gives you 6. He uses his mage hand to bring down at one jar at a time.
Oh, that's lovely.
Again, remember, like I told you last night, these were all donated by people when they died.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I leave my brain to
Oh, that's great.
the
That's
weirdos,
great.
the weirdos in the larder. Maybe one day I'll tell you
Yeah.
why we call it the larder.
Well, I mean, all right,
And
yeah.
he gets real straight faced. He just stares at you.
Hmm. Hmm. Could I have already started attuning again to the Ring of Mind
Oh, yeah,
Shield?
you could have done that last night. Yeah.
Okay, I would have done that.
But yeah, the servants just at the door were like, whenever you're ready, I can escort you. From what I've heard, your friends are already making their way.
How you hear that?
People talk.
Right.
I also walked past them on my way here.
Makes sense. Well, I suppose. Yeah, I hope you have fun with this. Let's do it.
Okay.
He's looks at himself. He's wearing Samaji's coat.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's right.
Because it's still very cold for him, and he can't cast any spells with material components that aren't like mind flayer coated.
The servant's like an androgynous kind of elf with like short brown hair that's kind of swept back, and their ears are like studded with numerous piercings. They're like, okay, follow me.
Right. Yep. Lead the way.
Then I'm like,
hey, thanks.
Yeah, no problem, man.
And he goes in for like a bones.
He seems like he doesn't understand how to do it, and he just puts his elbows up like this.
Good enough.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Feel free to come back.
Yeah, sure. I mean, who knows what's gonna happen here? So
Yeah, you might get executed. He closes the door.
Very likely.
The servant escorts you down the hall, and eventually everyone arrives. It's timed really well. You're all kind of arriving at the front doors of the dining hall. Like, no one's been let in yet. They're kind of waiting for everyone to get here. First getting here would be Crearyn, then Tero, then Scooch, then Abe, and eventually another guard approaches the Dragonborn and goes, just letting you all know, your other friend, the tiefling, hasn't left the room yet. They should be here in a few minutes. Don't want to leave the Rime King waiting, so we'll just let you all in right now. And the Dragonborn raps on the door. The door's opened, and you enter into a resplendent, gorgeous private dining chamber. The walls are white, blue, and silver and have a slight sheen to them. Hanging from the ceiling above the long octagonal dining table is a chandelier made of white diamonds, which resembles hanging icicles. The table itself is covered in snowflake and ice-like motifs, and the chairs are high-backed with plush blue and white seats and coverings. The table is set for 6, the 5 of your group, plus the Rime King. You can see the Rime King is currently... he's not dressed as regal. He's not wearing the big heavy cloak. He's just in simple everyday clothes, white and blues. He's aiding a few of his servants in setting the table, and as he says, ensure the cooks are making enough food for yourselves as well. He says to the servants as they finish setting up the table, and they head through a set of doors on the opposite side of the chamber, leaving the king by himself. He holds his arms out in a welcoming gesture. I'm glad you could make it for breakfast. There's much I'd like to discuss with you. And he gestures for you all to find a seat. Where is your friend, Samira?
Yeah, we were hoping that you would answer that for us.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know where she is. I think at this time, Samira would enter. Please describe your outfit.
I'm currently cropping a picture I found on Pinterest that I think is very similar to what she had changed into with a few modifications. So I'm gonna send it in the chat for everyone to see because I'm a visual person.
Yeah, but you should also describe it.
But she comes down in this floor length simple cut gown, but it's made of like velvet exterior. She has the cloak of the owl from Sarandor around in place of that furred cowl. And then also if she had been able to have access to the polar bear pelt that Sumaji had been carrying, the pelt itself is kind of wrapped by the paws around her waist and is kind of become an additional train to this like almost like simple mealtime gown that she is just put in a bunch of personal touches to. But is this dark blue that just really contrasts with the white dragon scales scattered around her body.
The Rime King kind of seems surprised at this. Everyone else is kind of just dressed, not super resplendent. And then you all see Samira enter the room dressed like that. The Rime King seems stunned for a second. Welcome, Samira. It's nice for you to join us. You didn't need to dress this fancy. It is just breakfast.
Let's just say that my traveling clothes were soiled by the previous day's events.
You know,
and it's nice to try something new.
Anytime you get together is an occasion.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we all shit our pants yesterday. So.
Well, fair enough. If anyone would like their garments cleaned, I can.
Did you jar it?
That happens.
Did you jar it though?
Please, everyone.
I slide a small glass jar over to Scooch.
Literally not at the table. What are you doing?
Listen, I made a deal with someone. I made a deal with some very dangerous
literally
people.
don't have to do it right at this very second to ask for that. You could wait till like the privacy of our room.
Crearyn's place over to Scooch.
Right under his nose.
Yeah.
I like to imagine you're not sitting in a place where you would need to do that, so you just like slide it over, rub it on Crearyn's plate, and then go the other direction to Scooch.
The Rime King just stands there. Please, just
oh yeah, sure.
Stop that. Weird.
Take a seat.
Please stop that.
Please stop passing shit at my table.
Hey, buddy, you invited
us.
Yeah, we didn't have to be here. You brought us.
This seal is complete. It's completely tight.
So yeah, the Rime King waits for you all to sit before he sits. So.
Yeah, we hear you were right turd back in the mainland. Right. Abe says as he puts his feet up on the table and is just leaning back.
Scooch, matching energy, also puts his feet up on the table.
He doesn't seem fazed. What have you all heard about my affliction? Looks at Samira. You mentioned my brother yesterday. I'm sure he would have told you the details. Perhaps my mother told you the details, and he looks at Crearyn.
Well, it seems like we share something. We have a little shared bond, if you will, me and you.
It would seem we do.
And then you and Samira have a even deeper shared bond from what I've heard.
We do.
Right. Are you like containing it or something?
Well,
we heard you were hollow.
Well, I'm here in Ormrheim. The shepherd is what would the word be? Contained, suppressed in a way. When he first took me over, and I felt my control over myself fading, I cast an enchantment over the city to prevent outside forces from getting in without my permission. Likewise, the people within the city when the enchantment took place could not leave. When the shepherd is in control, that is the dominion you've most likely have encountered and heard of.
I don't get it. So, how were you in control in Volkill to send us here?
Samira broke me out of the control the shepherd had on me by poking his ego. There are certain ways to wrestle the control away from him, and his ego is one of them. As is mentioning my family and being in the presence of my family. And those connected to me through my blood.
Right, so was it you at the crossroads, or was that the shepherd?
That would have been
when we were hiding.
That would have been that would have been the shepherd.
Right.
The worms are not of my making, they are of the shepherd's when he is in control. As is the Rime's End Vanguard and any other staple that oppresses the people. My Chamberlain is also one of them, a devoted servant to the shepherd. He is safe in this palace.
That's why he's a right git, yeah.
Yes. Well, the Chamberlain is protected by the same magic because he was in the city when it was cast. I cannot openly oppose or harm my Chamberlain due to my possession. When the shepherd commands in my body, I become the very despot the continent fears, this cold and merciless ruler. When my mind is my own, I do what I can to put obstacles in the way of what they seek to do. And it would seem you are of the same goal, stopping the Dominion, the worms, the Vanguard.
Yeah,
is
but
that
how
correct?
we do that without, you know.
If I were to die, and trust me, I've thought about taking my own life since this has occurred to me, the shepherd would be released. From my body. Into the world. I've been looking for ways to sever that connection and force him from my body, to kill him. But I've yet to find a method to do so. If I die, the protections in the city also go down. And the people here who are safe from the shepherd's dominion of this continent would be put into danger once again.
So you're looking for an expert to help you expel something toxic from your body. Maybe excrete some demons.
It would take someone
with near godlike power.
We're not saying it's not going to give you guff on the way out.
We're not going to say you're not going to fuck those halls up while you get this hide-a-bed out of your, while you move this out of your attic. This hide-a-bed is going to scuff up your walls on the way out.
My own mother refuses to remove this entity. And my mother is the one who created it in the first place. So.
Yeah, I had a roommate who brought in a hide-a-bed, a pull-out couch, and he put it up in his third floor room, and he wouldn't move it out. We had to move it out ourselves. I'm saying, I'll take the back end. You take the front end. We'll get it out. I got a friend, a
Yeah.
specific friend, who I'm giving a lot of shit to. He's giving a lot back to me.
Scooch, I think we might have to metaphorically break the window in the attic and toss the git out the window
I get it.
instead of going down some stairs.
Those of us who don't understand weird metaphors, why don't we just speak plainly and say what you mean?
I would also like to mention that when it was brought up about this elder brain seeking to take control of my body,
Yeah.
that also targeted the shepherd's ego. I don't want it to happen because it would plunge my lands into ruins and the people and possibly kill the people. The shepherd doesn't want this as well, but his is his refusal to yield his host, or it's his dominion, to another power. What do you know about this illithid incursion in this elder brain? He looks to Abe.
Right. Well, likes to call himself the playwright. And let's just say considers all living things his toys. Likes to play with people.
Right.
Likes to take them over and then force them to do things and then put them in situations where causes the most mental damage. And I don't mean psychic, I mean emotional. Weakens them, weakens their minds, breaks them down, plays with them.
And from what I was told or heard before I could regain control, this elder brain and had agents within Volkill that were seemingly dealt with, perhaps.
I got away, but we did get rid of some of them, yeah.
So you know how to deal with them. You know their tricks.
I mean, yeah, I mean, we got some leads, but it's... Wait, hold on. Didn't we triangulate? Was one of the other beacons supposed to be around here? Ormrheim?
Yeah, you look on the map and there is one labeled on the map for under Ormrheim. Or you triangulated one to be Ormrheim. Or yeah, no, you found out there was one under each capital.
Wait, I say,
or something like that.
I think it's a little bit north of Ormrheim. Yeah.
Well, I am in the wrong owlbear.
Well,
it's a little bit north than that.
Based on what we've learned, you've already got an incursion real close by, and you have to be very careful. Pretty much anybody, you wouldn't notice.
There's
if they were taken over.
They likely wouldn't be able to get into the city with the enchantment up over it.
Right. Well, one of the things that this elder brain does best is manipulating people without directly manipulating them. That's what did my parents in, you see.
Okay. Regardless, anyone in the city currently is safe from outside threats. Nothing can pierce the spell. Those who try to get into the city while the spell is active die. Unless they're permitted by me. Thus, you're all protected by the same enchantment currently.
Right. Well, I'd say if there was anything that might help us combat this elder brain, because it is a very real threat. It would be items or spells that conceal our presence Yeah, that. And as of right now, I don't got this one, and the one that he's showing is actually a minor illusion.
Yeah.
The real one is somewhere else.
When I've been in my right mind, I've been keeping an eye on each of you. Looks over to Tero.
You said we're all under that enchantment. Does that include the part about not being able to leave?
You can leave if you'd like.
Oh, all right, okay.
It's more it's more the people of the city who cannot defend themselves.
Right, you just mentioned that they were prevented from being able to leave because they were under the enchantment, and I wanted to know if, since we are also now under the enchantment, if that includes the leaving part.
You seem able to defend yourselves, so you are not.
Well, all right, I just wanted to make sure.
As I said, I've been keeping an eye on each of you. One, I've been in my right mind. And I have my reasons for doing so, which are difficult to explain. It is not my place to do so.
How long?
How long?
How long have you been keeping an eye on us?
Roughly 20 days for them. Longer for you.
And Sumaji?
Same amount of time for you, roughly. He gets up and walks over to this table and grabs this large wooden chest and brings it over. If you are all willing to help me end this Mind Flayer threat and help me end the threat that the Shepherd imposes on this entire continent, I can offer you some things to aid in such an endeavor.
One question before we get to that.
Of course.
Does the Shepherd see what you see right now?
No.
Right. Okay. Thanks.
Is that insight chat?
Yeah, go for it.
That's good. 15.
He seems to be telling the truth. As I said, his presence is subdued within the city, so this conversation, he will not have any inkling we've had. If we were having this conversation outside of the city, then yes. It is why
We may have an issue
it
with
is,
that.
It is why I brought you. Yes.
So if you just never left the city, he wouldn't be able to do anything?
He can wrestle control back while I'm here. I usually flee the city when that is about to happen. I can feel it coming on. As for the shared connection we have, looks over at Crearyn, his presence is subdued here.
How could I purge myself of it if needed?
It actually might be beneficial for us learning how to do it together. I first was possessed on the island now known as Desolation Isle, which is what you all learned about through that book you found.
Checks out.
I believe it was in the ruins of an ancient Elcomerian city, the First Elves. Since that time, the isle has been unreachable by my own people, the guardian spirits. Serendor, the Silent Wolf, my brother, I believe you've met him, you mentioned him. As well as my sister, Ambroxis, the two you would know, I imagine, the most intimately. My kind cannot enter.
No, who is that?
Tero's mistress.
Oh.
Was that not?
Does other people know? Do people know things that I don't know?
I'm sorry, was that not? Looks over at Tero, was that not public knowledge?
I don't know what they pay attention to it, but they don't really. I'm not a very big sharing kind of person, but I haven't really made any effort to hide it.
Yeah, never heard a name to the.
She's perfect
Is
for
this
him.
the spider thing?
No.
Abraham looks at the paintbrush again, like the brush part of it.
It's black. It looks like black hair. Silky.
Open away.
My kind cannot enter Desolation Isle, so we haven't been able to look for any means or clues on how to end it. I believe there may be clues there on how to break the Shepherd's will over myself and Crearyn here.
Okay, so we have...
He looks over to Crearyn. Did my mother threaten you about such a conversation as this?
Of course she did. Of course she did.
The mark's still on Crearyn's neck. It's only a day ago, but...
Yeah, probably then.
My mother is conniving and a schemer. She puts others' lives to sacrifice her plans. I would not trust her.
A roundabout circle of not trusting people. Oh, this group is well for that, so I think it will fit right in.
I imagine she hasn't been forthright with a lot of things. She's sent many adventurers to their dooms to enact her great plans.
What makes you all big and scary in your dragon form?
The shepherd.
Is that all?
And that I was a guardian spirit. Guardian spirit first. And then...
So like a fragment of something icy wouldn't be in play here, would it?
A fragment of what?
We just happened to meet some people that obtained a... Gonna look around to the group. What, the plain people.
You mean the shard, the elemental fragment?
Sure, yeah.
It is in the palace, on the Chamberlain's person at all times.
Who's the Chamberlain?
Dagon Imperatus, he showed you through the palace.
Oh, right.
The elf kind of looks around.
Get.
Gestures to Abe, yes.
And they have it because...
I cannot interfere with the Chamberlain because of his connection to the Shepherd. So I cannot take it from his person. So
Chamberlain has a connection to the Shepherd as well.
He is a devoted to the Shepherd, yes.
Did I miss that? I totally missed that.
Yeah, he did.
That's why I can't act upon him. It's why he is the one that is essentially the voice piece of the Dominion. I am not.
How powerful is he?
More powerful.
Could we take him?
Well, he's blessed by the Shepherd, much like you are. And he has
I mean,
been.
we can take Crearyn, so I mean that's not.
He's been in service of the Shepherd for far longer.
Tero, those are words that I want to put to
Centuries, in fact. Regardless,
I want you to step up with those words.
I would never hurt my friends.
Regardless, if you are willing to help with this, then I can give you some blessings to aid.
We got blessings from your brother.
That's good.
Right? Does everybody have something that belongs to the wolf person?
Is my brother all right?
He's a spirit, right?
I'm unable to visit him because of this.
He's all in spirit form, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
it was channeling through a champion or something.
Non-corporeal.
Yeah. He seemed more ready to fight you than we did.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't know what I have told you.
Is there like a communing way that we can chat with him?
He looks to Samira.
Oh, well, never mind.
Of course, Garrett would say that.
And I know Umbroxis is well. I would appreciate a message sent to her as well about my state, if at all possible. Their forces would be beneficial for what is to come. He looks at Tero.
So what do we want to do first?
He looks at Tero quickly. Do you serve as the champion for my sister?
I believe so, yes.
Has she given you her boon yet?
Is that I?
No.
Oh, that's not okay. You made a reference of something last campaign that I wasn't sure if that was just the class feature or like if it was something else.
You guys did find a cathedral tied to her, and there was an item missing.
Yeah, I thought that was because Tero already had it.
Sam, the long game. The long game.
That was
Yeah,
also.
you say I'm hiding secrets. Sam is a master at character background secrets.
That was also 400 years ago.
Oh, that's right. That was.
Yeah. So he looks at you.
I mean, Tero could be that old, right?
He's an elf.
You don't know.
He's just gonna manifest the psychic knives. Is this them?
No.
Oh, all right then. No.
Bold of you to summon blades at a very high dinner table.
You pulled out shit, so.
That was out of character.
Oh,
sure.
Right.
Sure.
No, I mean this most recent comment. Samira definitely sent the shit all over Crearyn's eating place.
The Rime King looks at Samira. Would you and your friends be willing to aid? If not, it is understandable. And we can talk in private if you'd like about things.
Abraham.
I don't think that's necessary.
I'm also open to talking publicly so your friends are in the loop.
That's not necessary either.
I apologize for the cat.
Yeah, she's been all over me since I got here. I don't know what it is.
I wonder why.
By the way, this is Jellybean. Her name is Jellybean. And
What
she's
a
very
name.
annoying, but very, very cuddly. No, there's just probably a few additional requests that we might have before leaving your great palace.
What are they?
Well, for one, a certified license to practice magic.
Of course,
for everybody.
There are no licenses in Ormrheim. That is a creation of the Shepherd's Dominion, so feel free. But
I think she means in the Dominion.
Yeah, no. What we mean is, can you give us your signature so that we can reproduce it to forge documents, giving us right to...
How about I just draft up the documents myself so they don't look like forgeries?
Exactly what I was asking for. For all of us, and a few extra copies that we can put, possible future party members' names onto. We've already lost one, you see. And I just give him a cold stare.
My condolences.
And our records wiped clean from the Dominion's records.
That will be a little more difficult to do. If the Shepherd takes control, he can reverse that if he sees. The licenses is a little more obscure.
It was worth a shot. What did you have, Tero?
I mean, some sort of... if we're going licenses and paperwork and the legitimate route, we could always have fun with it and go for things like official magistrates of the Dominion. Badges of office.
That is true, and you would need a city to govern from, and Volkiel is currently governorless. But the Shepherd might not appreciate that if he takes control. And I would not want to risk the people that still live.
Well, right, but the Shepherd doesn't know about all of this happening right now, right?
But he may become aware once he takes control. Mainly the governance.
Right. Well, that's what I say.
what if it's not us? What if it's and Tero's just gonna like are we eating at this point? Is there food showed up?
Food hasn't come out yet.
Oh, okay. He's just gonna like you'd be twirling the knife between his fingers. You know, is the silverware out?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just twirling the knife between his fingers and then just gesturing Crearyn's direction. What if it was someone else who happened to have official paperwork?
That could be arranged.
Pick a face, any face. Okay, maybe not any face.
Likely a face no one would have seen before.
Right.
Or maybe one everyone has seen before.
Or a noble you've killed by any chance that's tied to the Dominion that no one knows is dead.
Have there any? Oh.
No.
No. Well, wait. Crearyn's gonna stretch, and as they do, they're gonna like pull their head back, and as you see like that effect, almost like they're peeling and pushing their skin as it pulls away, and it's the Baron's daughter, but healthy. The hair's a little bit longer.
That might work. All the nobles that would have known about the daughter are dead in Volkill.
Right, and I was deathly ill, and gotten so much better at my time.
Work. His daughter taking over, that would work. I will draft.
Question though,
yes.
That would limit me to be in Volkill.
Not necessarily. We can.
Oh, what a pity.
We can work something out. We can have.
What about?
We can have.
So the mages and things like that are gone, right?
With my brief control that I took, yes. The university has been wiped out. Any of the nobles connected to the Dominion have been wiped out. The worms have been wiped out. The common people and those not threatening the continent have been spared. As soon as the Shepherd takes control, though, he will seek to take over Volkill. If we can install somebody in that time, he may just assume that the natural order of things took control of itself, sorted it out.
That would require some setup from me.
I could provide you one of my closest confidants as well, as a Chamberlain, to act as you in their stead, your stead.
That works. Okay, we would. I would like to, if we're making this a thing, I would like to actually be there, show face, present myself to the remaining people.
That can be arranged.
Clean up the place, and I don't know.
There is a risk of me taking you there, though, and losing control again, so you'll likely have to make the trip yourselves.
Oh.
That can be done.
Well,
we'll figure it out.
There's also the eccentric arcanist down in the larder. They may have ways for you to do so as well.
Crearyn's gonna pull out, because they keep this close to chest always, so it was like in a pocket. It's gonna pull out a little wrap of fabric, and is gonna unfold it, and it's gonna hold up the little sphere, the glass sphere that's slightly cracked.
That takes you to the Vanguard, right?
It took us to a prison.
Oh yeah, the one that Carver gave you. Yeah. He said, "Crush this if you need to make an escape." Yeah.
We had covered that I was actually going to take us to.
Yeah, you're just holding it right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
I throw it at him. This was
flies right back. What the fuck?
Hello. This was given to us by an agent of the rebellion who was actually working with
Vanguard.
The Vanguard are so deeply rooted in with my Chamberlain. Can I see that?
Great. Sure. It's gonna roll it across the table. Don't crush it.
He fumbles it and it breaks.
Goodbye.
It sends the entire castle goes. He picks it up and his eyes flare like icy blue for a second, and hands it back to Crearyn. That will take you into the Vanguard's prison.
Right.
Good thing you never used it. It would have been a trap.
I tried to use it on people, but it didn't work.
It may be good to keep it onto for a potential assault on that place. It isn't constrained on the amount of people it can take.
Oh. Volkel's quite a distance.
It is. Is there any other favors I can do for any of you to broker some sort of agreement? I have these. He has the chest on his lap this entire time. I have these, but if there's any demands you have personally, I will do what I can. And when the shepherd is dealt with, I will be at my full potential once again, and I can offer anything.
I don't really have anything.
I think with the way that this elder brain works, we can look into how they mean to take you over, and perhaps looking into that, we can figure out how to get rid of the shepherd, exorcise him.
I would be willing to pay any travel expenses to get to Desolation Isle. It is across the sea.
Yeah. Right, well, I guess the question would be, will we go to Volkill first or Desolation Isle?
That would be your choice. Volkill, you could protect the people from any potential uprising that the worms seek to do from the nearby settlements.
Also, quick question.
Yes.
Volkill had that nice that magic university full of all the bad people, right?
Correct. They're all dead now.
They're all dead, meaning their magic university filled of magic stuff is completely empty, and currently we would be in charge of it, right?
Aside from any lingering protectors, automatons, magical protections that were in place.
Oh, that sounds like a fucking awesome dungeon.
Magic University of Dungeon Crawl? Oh, that sounds...
Tower
we need to go and just loot the
Fucking
place, which could be
awesome.
helpful for that island.
But yes, the university would be under, looks over to Crearyn, their government control.
Could be a good place to visit before we go to somewhere called Desolation Isle, I think.
I suggest speaking to my associates down in the Arcane Lauder. They may be able to assist the trip to not have it be months.
Right.
Okay, so we would need okay, so if we think about this, we go to Volkill, we get ourselves set up, we do a power crawl up the tower to retrieve very useful items eventually. We reassign and rework maybe if we can find someone. One of your Lauder people could act as the new...
Yes, I know just the one.
We would need one additional one to be able to get us back here. And then, because Desolation Isle, if I'm not mistaken, is closer here than it would be if we were in Volkill. Okay.
That can be arranged.
The other issue that we have...
This will take me a day or two to prepare all of this, by the way.
That's fine. I need to get into character anyway. Secondly, thirdly, whichever it is, the Elder Brain situation.
Yes.
Not to stir anything, but we know of 2 other locations. Your place is protected, but...
Correct.
Nebelstad?
Nebelstad
is not.
That is good to know.
They were fairly close to getting what they wanted in Volkill. We managed to put an abrupt stop to that. But correct me if I'm wrong, she's going to look more toward Abraham. It seemed as though they were prepared to expedite their goals because of our interference.
Well, they were very quick to react to what we'd done. So, how do I say it? When you got a queen bee and they communicate telepathically, things get done real fast, right? So, yeah, it's something that we're gonna have to watch out for. Then we'll probably relocate. He don't get too hung up on infrastructure. So it could move it anywhere to any other town, but it would probably be a big one.
Nebelstad is large. Ormrheim is large. There aren't many other larger cities outside of that.
Right. Might settle for a smaller one, but
Chalice Reach is large, and that is close to Nebelstad.
Yeah. See, we had figured previously that it was all triangulated around the Coal Split Mountains.
Being deep in those mountains would be a fortified place to be.
Right. So, yeah, I was spinning our wheels a bit on this one, so we'll have to figure out more. I think we just gotta keep our ears to the ground on it. Be very wary.
I will provide any help that I can.
And if you hear anything about Enogar Asylum, they would be some very powerful allies. There's a bunch of mind flayers that have surgically cut themselves off from influence.
Interesting. I can send someone to speak with them for information. As for reaching out to me, if you are trying to reach out to me telepathically in the future or commune with me in the future in any capacity, focus on this visage. Do not focus on the dragon. If you focus too much on the dragon, you will contact the shepherd, most likely.
Right.
But if you were to do these dangerous things, I think you will need help. And he opens up the box, and he hands Abraham this wooden box set. As I said, I've been keeping an eye on you for the last month or so. And you open it up, and it's a wooden box set with 4 small bottles of paint. You may add marvelous pigments to your equipment.
Excellent.
Set of magical paints.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
The paints that Kenna had in Embers of Autumn. He gives Crearyn a belt of silver and iron, the buckle resembling a roaring dragon. You can add a belt of frost giant strength.
Whoa!
To your character sheet.
Ooh, nice.
That's some good shit.
He gives Tero a pair of knee-high white leather boots fashioned from dragon hide.
Ooh!
You may add boots of haste.
Oh
no.
Boy. Oh, the world will tremble.
You just made Tero the person you're gonna hate the
I know.
most in the next couple combats.
Oh, I know how to use a rogue with haste. You gotta cheese it a little.
He gives Samira a tiara made of white diamonds that are fashioned into snowflakes. You may add a crown of whirling comets to your equipment. He gives Scooch a brass-bound toolbox covered in draconic runes. This is a homebrew item, so I'll add it to your character sheet myself. But it is called the Tinker's Toolbox.
When I add a couple of the jars, it's going to be the Stinker's toolbox.
Hell yeah. Tinker's Toolbox. I'm going to read it out loud because everyone kind of knows the gist of what the other items do because they're all real. This brass-bound toolbox is packed with finely crafted tools, arcane components, and miniature mechanical devices. When opened, faint clockwork whirring and a soft glow can be heard and seen, as if the toolbox anticipates your needs. Well attuned to the Tinkerer's Toolbox, you gain the following benefits. You gain a +2 bonus to any ability checks made using Artisan's tools you are proficient with. As an action, you can assemble a tiny clockwork servant that obeys your commands. Otherwise functions like a familiar summoned by Find Familiar. So basically, Scooch can get a little clockwork familiar. As a reaction, when a creature within 30 feet of you takes damage, you can grant it temporary hit points equal to 2d8 plus your intelligence modifier. This can be used once per short or long rest. You can expend a spell slot of first level or higher to create a temporary gadget that lasts 1 hour. The gadget can replicate one of the following effects: Alarm, Mage Hand, Grease, or Shocking Grasp. And once per long rest, you can cast Fabricate without expending a spell slot. Yeah. So he gives everyone these things. These are just to help. As I said, I've been kept an eye on some of you, and I've seen where your interests lie, and I figured these might help. Oh, and as he finishes handing you all the things, breakfast arrives. The doors swing open, and a procession of servants glide into the chamber, their silver carts gleaming beneath the morning light that comes through the windows. The air fills with a mingling sense of roasted game, sweet pastries, and spiced drinks. Upon the long table, they arrange a feast fit for a king and his most honored guests. Platters of sausage crafted from boar, venison, and rabbit. Trays of smoked salmon, river trout, and thinly sliced cured meats. Baskets overflowing with golden croissants, buttered rolls, and honey-drizzled scones, beside bowls of fruit preserves and clotted cream. There are eggs prepared every which way, soft-boiled in silver cups, poached in cream, scrambled with herbs, and fried in butter until their edges crisp. Great tureens of steaming oats sit surrounded by dishes of sugared nuts, berries, caramelized apples, and spiced syrups. Alongside them, plates of roasted mushrooms, buttered asparagus, and fried tomatoes. At the table center rests this grand ceramic urn of rich coffee. Beside it, a pot of fragrant cinnamon tea and a polished silver cauldron that bubbles gently with a thick draught of melted chocolate and cream, which is poured into silvered cups. Finally, crystal pitchers of chilled fruit nectar and flagons of sweet mead complete the royal spread. This is all laid out upon the table.
Abraham will take a little bit of that coffee, like, have a sip of it, and then we'll, like, pull out his book and someone scribble, and just be like, "Oi, more like this, and then hands the cup to scribble, and then closes.
Perfect. And yeah, the king waits. The king eats before everybody else, just to prove that the food isn't like he's grabbing just from the fucking feast, just to prove that the food isn't fucking tainted or anything, and he starts eating it.
They pull the lid off a tray, and there's a delayed blast fireball inside. And...
Fireball goes off, everyone dies.
Excuse me, I have evasion.
Does anybody who all eats the breakfast?
Samira, with a bitterly polite tone, looks to Thalasirion and says, "I'm afraid my appetite has quite left me. Would you excuse me from the meal?"
By all means.
I'm gonna wait for him to stand and then
he stands.
Stand and leave. Yeah.
Sees you leave and he sits down. Those of you that eat the food, you kind of feel this warming sensation through you. Those of you who do not have cold resistance now have a permanent boon of cold resistance.
Oh! Everybody eat it right now.
What about those of us who already have a cold resistance? We just enjoy the food?
You just enjoy the food?
Cool.
Tero has come up with the weirdest combinations of food he can come up with.
Oh, yeah?
He's just like, oh, look at all these things. Let me just put this together. Let me put some of that on that and see what it tastes like.
Is this a environmental cold resistance or just like spell damage cold resistance?
Cold resistance across the board.
Oh, lovely.
Nice.
One last thing. Also, Samira leaves a face down tarot card on her napkin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach over and grab it.
Yeah. Crearyn reaches over and grabs the tarot card. What is it?
It
Delayed
is
fireball.
Delayed fireball. It is the
King
King of Swords in reverse.
Sure.
It says, I prepared explosive runes this morning.
Yeah. Surprise, this has a glyph of warding attached to it. The King of Swords wears a blue tunic and a symbol of spiritual knowledge and sits on a throne while holding a double-edged sword. In reverse, it symbolizes manipulation, cruelty, weakness, and abuse of power.
Crearyn would not know that last part of that.
Mm-hmm.
The Rime King has been silent ever since Samira left. Like, he's a little upset.
I'm gonna have like in my hand. It's like whenever you have something and you're like reading it, but you're really not. You're just kind of looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be able to just like eat and
flip
it around. Does it look tattered?
What?
It's a little worn down. From like extended use.
While you're all here and eating, that he's just gonna break the silence and be like, "Is Samira all right? Is she happy?"
Oh, I don't think
as happy as one can be, given the circumstances.
I think we're the worst people to ask that question. Me especially. If we were to do ascending order, it would be me, Tero, Scooch, then Abe. Abe would be your most likely one to have an answer to that.
Looks at Abe.
Right, well, I don't know what I don't know, but what I do know is she takes things very personally, and
same.
If you said something wrong, you won't know about it until a moment just now.
Yeah, I'm feeling like, if you said like, is she happy? I mean, like, have you ever got like ice cream, but you had to like stay outside?
I've never had ice cream.
What's like a treat? You got like treats?
Ooh. For me or from when I'm my dragon form?
Yeah, either or. I'm just saying, like, imagine you got a treat. Yeah. But then like someone said, "No, you can't come inside. I'm cleaning the house. You guys stay outside." And you're like, "But it's raining." But you still have a treat. They took your treat and they threw it out on the yard. So like you gotta stay outside, and it's like, "No, you stay outside, I'm hungover and I'm trying to clean the house." And you're like, "Okay."
My mate.
But you still got a treat.
My mate and
like
daughter.
That feels the level of happiness that she could get to, right?
My mate and daughter, we liked sweet rolls. We would often eat sweet rolls together.
So it's like, a really tall pile of sweet rolls, but you're still outside in the heat.
Does Samira like sweet rolls?
I mean, who doesn't love sweet rolls? I mean, it's a sweet roll.
Samira doesn't eat at all.
Why not?
They're a tough one to please. Well, I mean, at least from what I've seen, they were dead, and then they were undead. Not undead, but unalive.
Really quick, Tero is doesn't take offense, but does like proving people wrong. And Crearyn, with Crearyn putting the Tero at like the bottom of the list. Tero does have expertise in insight. So would this is, I suppose, a question for Samira. Could Tero roll an insight check to be able to pull out a bit of wisdom here to give Crearyn a middle finger?
Sorry, you want me to do what?
Could Tero roll an insight check on Samira, which would then give Crearyn a middle finger for putting Tero at the bottom of the list for insight on Samira?
Okay.
Basically, he's motivated by spite.
Okay.
Not like playful spite, not real spite.
Oh, Tero wants to know something that Samira might have heard from Crearyn to put Crearyn on Tero's list.
No. Crearyn, when asked about Samira, Crearyn put us in the order of who would be the worst to ask, and said that Tero was second worst. So I would like to roll an insight check on Samira to see how Samira's doing, to provide some insight, to basically be like, yes,
gotcha. Okay,
basically like, Fuck you, Crearyn. I know what I'm talking about. Go ahead and roll. So I was asking, do you consent to an insight check
Yes.
for some insight into Samira's current state of things?
I do people stuff.
Oh, there we go. So that's a 23.
Tero, you would have noticed that Samira was not was saying as little as possible directly to the Rime King during the meal. And would not give him eye contact until she asked to leave.
Mm-hmm.
So as in she came to show face, and kind of like maybe step on Crearyn's toes a little bit, and then fuck off as soon as he gave her what she wanted.
Mm-hmm. So Tero's just like in the middle of eating and is just gonna chime in with, personally, I think she's just genuinely uncomfortable with you and only showed up to breakfast in order to save face and be more or less the closest thing she can be to polite, in order to get what she needed to.
Yeah, that sounds right.
The Rime King is just gonna. That is. I have stumbled into something I don't quite understand.
Well, there is the whole thing about the whole blood injections and stuff and connection, and I think her brother died as a result of that, so...
I have no knowledge of this.
Oh, there was the whole heart thing and brain and all of that stuff that was being used to
Blue
connect
iron
people.
and-
Yeah, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
What are you?
While Tara's talking, I'm gonna flick the card at him.
Your child.
At who?
I
Tero?
think.
Yeah.
One of your children
I only-
was killed.
Yes, I only had the one child. She was killed here in
Yeah.
the city when people stormed it.
Wasn't it a
Well-
boy?
No,
A son?
That's what we
a
heard.
daughter.
No, the one we're talking about. The one that...
there was a baby worm.
Yes, the baby
wormling,
worm.
Yeah.
A baby dragon.
Yes, Sakari the twin. Sakari.
Is that the name?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Oh, then yes,
What?
yes.
Yes, it is the name.
Oh, okay, then right.
I had a daughter.
Okay, well,
No, I was
Well, your
asking if that's the
daughters-
name we heard from our end.
right. So your daughter's heart was one place. Your daughter's skull was another place. Wasn't there
Brain
somewhere else?
separate.
Where?
And the brain was okay. The heart was here. It's going to point at the cold mines. The skull is with the vanguard here, going to point to the edge of the mountains. The heart was up here at this manor.
Haltorak.
What?
And there was a bunch of stuff happening. The brain was kind of active and was like connected to a bunch of things and like running a hive mind. And the heart was
asked us to-
pumping out blood and it came to life and we fought it.
It did ask us to put it out of its misery.
That did happen, yes. We fought the brain as well, yes.
The skull is with the vanguard.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was moved. It was moved from the manor. Am I right there?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
It was brought somewhere by order of insert the vanguard leader's name here, which I don't remember.
Arkrath Kaltoric, yeah.
How much do you know?
About.
Do you know that
Yeah,
Samira
I
was
don't
dead.
think it-
I.
Came back.
Yes. But not in the same manner that you all are of, it would seem.
No, apparently it was some bastardized ritual that used some connection to you. That's why she has the scales now.
Correct.
My brother,
Same ritual.
but different.
No.
No, it's different.
So you know.
Because he wasn't dead.
You know where Samira came from then. Her and her brother. You know the truth.
I don't believe so. Do we know their truth?
The parents were in a throuple or something like that.
It is not
Oh,
my.
yes, there's...
It is not my place to share that.
Oh, yes, there was... yes, there's a father and then an angel and a demon, right? That was devil, something like that?
Something like that. celestial.
Yes.
It is not my place. It is not my place to share the details with you all.
Are you their dad?
No.
Are you my father? No.
Are you my dad? Do I look like you?
It must be normal.
He quickly says no.
All right.
Inside check.
Yeah, go for
Is
it.
this motherfucker their, is this motherfucker their dad? Daddy, do you hear me? It's 13.
13. He seems to be. He quickly made sure that question was out of the way.
Right.
Lying his ass off.
Maybe.
Kate even just vanished because she couldn't keep a poker face. We're on to something, lads.
Right.
All right.
Samira is complicated. Our connection.
Yeah.
You're telling me.
Our connection is complicated.
Right.
And you didn't even know about the whole blood connection thing, so that's really saying something.
As I said, I do not know most of the shepherd's machinations when he is in charge, and vice
Right,
versa.
I just assumed that's what you were talking about every time you talked about your connection.
No.
Huh. Yeah, there was whole
That'd be really
experiments of turning.
convenient.
It turned people. They injected the blood into people, and it turned them into giant dragon monster things.
Yeah. It's not a pretty sight.
Abominations, I think, is the word that one would use.
What do you think happened to your daughter?
I know what happened to my daughter. I was there.
Oh.
So what do you think happened to her body?
We interred it within the palace.
Here?
Well, it's no longer there. Yeah, it's not there anymore. Have you
Like
checked on
here?
the body recently?
No.
Because the other thing was the Vanguard took credit for killing your child.
That I am aware of.
Oh, all right, okay.
I haven't been in my daughter's crypt since my mate took her life down there.
Oh.
Maybe we should go and see if we can find any clues.
If it's down there, then that's the what the hell was the thing we dealt with?
I would rather not.
Right. Yeah.
But
that's your business.
I
Sorry, we're probably stepping on some toes. Then,
no, I should. He stands up. Enjoy your breakfast. Feel free to eat your fill. The palace is yours. The city is yours. Do as you please. And he just silently walks off.
That's a dangerous thing to offer.
And that's where we're going to go to break. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
Yeah! Woo! That's been fun.
Yeah.
So the Rime King gets up from the breakfast, leaving the rest of you there. Samira, where do you go after abruptly leaving the breakfast?
Just back to her room.
All right. You go back to the room. The guards are still by the door.
She just opens the door herself and closes it. Takes off the dress and puts back her old traveling clothes that she cleaned herself.
Yeah.
And then just goes back, like, kind of, I think she drags a small tea table over to the windowsill she had been sitting on the previous night. And then picks up a random pile of books from a bookshelf, sets them on the table, opens one to a random page, and then just pretends to read as she's staring out the window.
Okay. After a little bit of time, there is a knock on your door. May I come in?
Is it the Rime King?
Yeah.
She's just gonna get up and open the door a couple inches, like just a crack so that he can see through.
Yeah, he's sitting there. He doesn't have he's just in his normal. He's just in the same clothes he was wearing at dinner. Nothing showing off that he's a king.
Yeah.
Just kind of basic stuff.
Can I help you, my lord?
You don't have to call me that. I was wondering if we could.
But we're in your domain. It would be unwise to show you any disrespect.
This isn't my. Can we talk privately? Yes, he motions for the guards to leave.
As they get further down the hall, she just opens the door and waves him in.
He enters, closes the door behind him.
I open the window.
All right. I am sorry if the letter was upsetting.
It's certainly a lot to process.
I was under the assumption your parents would have told you. I apologize.
I saw my moms once a year each. We didn't really have time to talk about past. We mostly were catching up, telling them about me and Sumaji's adventures from the year. My father went insane when I was 12. So there wasn't much time for him to tell us what was going on.
I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't know that the ritual would do what it did.
Which time? Because according to your letter, it was more than once. Without my consent. First.
It was... The time I am speaking of was when you and your brother were stillborn. Or an illness. I don't remember what I wrote in the letter. I think I wrote illness.
You wrote illness.
Cool.
It was illness.
When you and your brother were infants and had died while sick, I had no intention of... I had no knowledge that when I requested those individuals to bring my daughter back, that they would do so using your brother and yours lifeless bodies. It was a surprise to me as well. And as much as I wanted to say something to you and your brother when you were growing up, I feel like it would have been wrong for me to do so.
Well, not that you could do much outside of your fun little protective bubble. How could you?
No.
Well, we got along just fine without you before this.
I see that.
Do you want something from me?
Not at all.
Then why are you here?
Just wanted to tell you the truth. And to see how you had grown.
Well, you've seen it. Just because I've got some bits of your daughter doesn't mean you're entitled.
I never thought I was.
Then if you'll excuse me, I've got some reading to do.
When I was having breakfast with your friends, I wasn't entirely truthful about not hearing things that the shepherd hears. I get fragments. Don't trust Crearyn. You probably don't,
never have.
But my mother didn't want you all coming here to speak with me to learn the truth about the shepherd. She wants me dead so the shepherd is free. And if the shepherd is free, all of this ends. That's all. I'm sorry for causing you pain. And he leaves.
As he's leaving, Samira will just say, "The King of Swords."
Yes. If it helps, I didn't look at the card, Crearyn did.
You always are very nosy. And she pulls out the tarot deck. This was my father's. He used to read the cards. Taught me to do it before. He lost it. You're the King of Swords. Upright and reversed.
I don't know what that means. I hope you find peace.
I hope you do too.
And he leaves. You're all back at breakfast.
Samira goes back to the...
Yeah.
Samira goes back to the windowsill.
You're all still eating breakfast. By yourselves.
Abe's just nursing some coffee. Oh,
well, I for one am ready to rule a city.
I figured you would be. I'm glad this is all working out. But I can't make heads or tails of what is going on with Samira and Thalasirion and
The spoon is gonna, as they ladle some food into their mouth, it's gonna kind of like, I'm gonna do that little plopping noise that pops out of my lips. I'm gonna point it at Tero. You.
Yes.
You have more insight than you give on.
Well, I'm always watching.
Why did you say what you said about Samira? What do you know? What has been said to you? What have you
Oh,
seen?
nothing. I've just been listening and watching. You
Tero
can learn
has
a
an
lot of things if you
attentive,
just pay attention.
has an attentive heart. Tero has.
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Also, it's probably got something to do with that letter, guy. There's a letter, and
You guys don't know about the letter.
No.
I imagine there may be some communication we're unaware of because we haven't been around each other 100%.
Yeah, that's what I kind of implied was that perhaps if you said something, might have said something wrong, but
Engage what he would have said wrong.
Well, sometimes people have secrets, and it's perfectly fine to let them keep them until they're ready to talk about them.
they're curious where he got caught up and decided to leave it up to Samira to tell us. Now I've got the mind to I don't know, theorize.
So I have a thought. So our next moves. We're going to put a hold on the Desolation Isle.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
The green's there. We're going to go return to Volkill.
Yeah.
Reestablish a foothold there.
Yeah, make sure that
I need to find someone. He promised a close confidant that we can rely, that this version of him can rely on.
Right, yeah.
They can act as my ruling stead. We need to probably request a means of quick speaking from far distances. So maybe we could request something of that nature.
Well,
one of your... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what
that's not in my purview.
Maybe we can have that Arcanist. Maybe there might be something in the tower.
Right, yeah. I can't even imagine, but I can try.
I want to show face for some time there. Give me a few days to get the city out.
What do you think the angle will be on that? Oh, my dad was murdered by like, are we going to keep it simple or are we going to tell them the truth, right? The people.
No, I was going to say my dad was keeping me ill on purpose. It was making deals with individuals that were planning to steal away the city.
Right.
We can even go so far as maybe even venturing down back into the tunnels and retrieving some of those mind flayers.
Right. So a believable lie instead of, partial truth, right?
It'd be a bit of both.
I mean, really, the main thing is as long as the people getting the orders understand, all the cogs will turn properly, and everyone will do what they need to, I think. And especially if we're doing right by the people and doing things that will make them happy and improve their lives, I don't think anyone will really question whose ass is in the seat.
How old am I?
In the mid-20s.
Okay. Still relatively fresh-faced. I can play off the still feeling not 100%, so my illness has kept me homebound for most of it, and that I will introduce.
While you're all discussing, I need everyone to make perception checks. It's in the breakfast room.
Oh, fuck me, that Chamberlain. Fuck that guy.
Disgrace. Is this for sight or hearing?
This is for hearing.
Can't do it. No, 8.
It's a 22.
Okay.
And if that doesn't make it still, I can add a psionic power die to improve that.
22 makes it.
Okay.
14.
Always watching.
All right. Everybody but Abraham hears footsteps coming down the main corridor towards the door. Like the right outside.
This food is
like the right
delicious.
outside the door.
Tero is just gonna, and then add everybody here to the mental group chat.
Yep. Door opens.
Nice.
And walking into the room. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
3 hours. Sorry to roll.
Walking into the room is a tall, snooty, sniveling-looking elf with a widow's peak and long black hair. You recognize Chamberlain Dagon in Paradis. Oh, I would have assumed that the freeloaders would have left the dining room by now, but it seems you continue to laze about when the king is not present.
Could we fill up coffee?
I am not a servant.
Oh, cook for me.
We're hungry. Oh, could you direct me to any, do you have any preferred places of like fabrics and in the sort? I want to get some outfits while I'm here.
It looks like you would not have the coin.
Oh, that's a beautiful sentiment there, but I'm pretty sure the Rime King himself said that he would front the bill if needed, but I could be mistaken. I'll double check with him.
I don't know why he would front the bill for a vagrant such as yourself, but sure.
We have
He's already feeding us breakfast.
Yes.
And you've already
breakfast
taken far too much.
Why, did you want something? Are you hungry?
No, I'm quite
You
well
do look
fed,
a little
thank
thin.
you.
Are you eating enough?
Are you leaving now, or are you continuing to loiter?
Daggone, the shitter's full.
That's great. Go clean it up. You look like you're perfect for the job.
What? No, but I don't. No, I don't. I'm just letting you know. Because you run the house, right? That's your deal. It's like what you do, right? What do you no? Shit, I'm sorry. That's embarrassing. That is just downright.
He does not seem fazed by Tero's weird stare.
That is
Tero's waiting patiently for his turn.
That is embarrassing.
How long have you been alive?
Centuries. Why?
Really?
Tero just scratches his own ear. Just
naturally so?
Yes.
All right. Well, just asking. Just double checking.
Abraham.
I would have slow eat now.
Yeah, Abraham will specifically go to Tero's mind and be like, "Oi, I think we should take this get out, but I don't think we can do it now. I think it's a trigger for getting the shepherd back into control. But I'm with you."
I would like everyone in the room to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Ooh.
Oh God.
Abe, you're fine.
Yay. Okay. Wonderful.
Fuck off.
19.
Nice.
10.
Tero just succeeds.
Huh.
22.
Tero, you do feel somebody poking around.
In my brain space?
Yeah, but you do feel an attempt to go deeper, but you push it off. Scooch, you feel the same. Crearyn, you feel someone rooting around in your head, and then they go deep. Well,
hey, Justin.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Sure.
Just a fun little thought I had.
Yeah.
He's poking. He's trying to reach in.
Yeah, and he's still standing there, hands behind his back, just sitting there like he's not doing much of anything. He's just sort of lingering on people for a couple seconds, then looking to the next person.
When he gets to Tero, and he feels him prodding in there.
Yeah.
Tero would like to think in a specific direction.
Sure.
As he feels that, he's gonna just think,
My lady, this man works for this man, I believe, works for your brother. If you'd like to fuck with him, I think that sounds fun to me.
And what he's seeing if she would be amenable to is if he's kind of trying to lean in, is doing the mental equivalent of grabbing his wrist or letting her grab his wrist and yank him in to just like just like
Halloween Fright Night scare him.
Yeah, like Freddy Krueger him a little bit.
I'm imagining the equivalent of like that infernal warlock where like you drag someone through the hells.
Yep.
But it's just
as you do this, you also see what's going to happen because she's going to share it with you as well. He prods into your mind, but he prods a little too deeply, and he just sees shadow. And you see him kind of look confused for a second before this long, pale woman's hand reaches out and pulls his consciousness deep into this cathedral.
I just like it's like I'm standing in front of him and I just step out of the way and he just like what's the you know a dolly zoom in a movie?
A dolly.
That happens into like a non-existent doorway and just like whoop.
He stands there for a moment. And you see him him in the dining room. Still straight faced, still stoic, like he's not reacting to what he's seeing, but you also see his consciousness reacting. And his consciousness seems frightened for the briefest of seconds. And in this mental space, he sees her, he looks at you. Do you really want to do this?
Do what? I didn't do anything. You're the one who came poking around.
So this is a completely mental conversation that you're having. So everyone else is just, it's silence in here. What do you plan on doing here?
Where specifically?
The palace.
Oh, nothing at the moment.
Do you have a spot picked out for when you die, where you would like to be buried? Do you know where your friends would like to be buried?
Oh, I'm sure they have ideas, but it doesn't matter where the corpse I leave is left. It can be eaten by the rats for all I care. That's the natural way of things, isn't it?
Perfect.
Decomposition.
Perfect. He smiles. And when you're talking to him in this space, you see shadows also forming around him. And these shadows are partially eroding your mistress's cathedral. I would like you to roll me a d20 and tell me what you get for your mistress's saving throw.
Ooh, okay.
Oh my god.
Because she's now contending with the shepherd.
Oh, that's a bad roll.
Cool. Very exciting. The cathedral continues to erode even more. Like whatever this entity that is with this man is entropy, decay, the shepherd of the ceaseless end. It brings about the end, and it is eroding this place.
As Abraham is familiar with mental stuff going on, I just want to tell you, like, if
he's having a prolonged stare at Tero.
Yeah, and if Tero has a single bead of sweat on their head, Abraham's gonna do something about it. That's all I'm saying.
I was gonna do something about it too because he was in my head. So
and he's just.
I didn't know if I distracted him before he got to Crearyn.
Oh, before he got me.
That was kind of the goal.
Oh, yeah, I'll say yeah.
Okay.
Because
if he was going dumb,
interesting for him, yeah.
Yeah. What Tero would like to do, Tero's gonna look around for any of the typical chains that are dangling around this place.
Yeah.
He'd like to reach for one and grab it, and feel in the away from her direction.
Yeah.
He'd like to tug it. He'd like to start reeling in one of those balloons.
Okay.
And then just kind of grab it and swing it in to the path of the corrosion.
Okay.
Because you know what doesn't age or decay? Liches.
As you swing this metal chain in that direction, the metal rusts and erodes. And one of the liches it's tethered to, you hear them scream and then silence. As this place is continuing to be consumed by this shadow, your mistress sends you out of it. And you return to the Chamberlain standing there going, well, that was entirely rude. I have been nothing but cordial.
What was rude?
It's a shame. I'm gonna have to tell the council that you assaulted a member of the palace. A noble. And
Wait,
shadows
what?
begin to swirl up around him.
Nah.
And the floor and the tiles on the floor begin to erode where he is and decay. And we're gonna pick up there next week with combat.
Oh, what?
Oh boy.
What?
Okay, well, I didn't think you would. I didn't think you would take it that badly.
What? Oh man.
Oh man. Samira's just chilling in her room, being like emo teenager.
Oh yeah, Samira's not here. Whoops.
Yeah.
Hey Justin, really quick question. Were we at breakfast for at least an hour?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can equip and attune to those boots of haste.
Yeah. Everyone could have tuned to their new stuff.
I love Tero just putting on his new boots and then kicking his feet up on the table again.
I mean, basically, yeah.
Because you agreed to help Thalasirion, and things took quite a bit of a turn there and jumped, and Samira brought you all here earlier than anticipated. I think it's time for a level up to level 7 because you'll need it. You'll definitely need it. You'll definitely need it for fighting the Chamberlain.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I will say the Chamberlain is probably going to be the gnarliest so far. Crearyn, Warlocker.
Thought it would just spook him. Didn't think he would full on attack.
Perceived it as a threat.
Whoops.
No, that's his business.
Crearyn, Paladin or Warlock?
I'm going Paladin.
D10. Boo. Samira.
10.
Hell yeah.
Sorcerer.
D6.
D6. 6.
Nice.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Tero.
Rogue.
D8.
7.
Oh, that's so good.
Everyone's getting good.
Oh my
Everyone's
God,
getting
guys.
good.
Oh,
I know where it's probably gonna. Scooch.
You got this, Garrett.
Artificer. D8.
Hard. No. Here we go. Rolling in front of everyone. Ooh, 3.
All right.
I've rolled a 2 or 3 on all of mine.
Monk or wizard?
I gotta go wizard again.
D6.
Because I really only dipped into monk for the bonus action attack, if I'm being honest.
All right.
I forgot you dipped into monk.
Yeah.
All right. D6.
All right. Here we go.
There we
go.
Yeah.
Very good.
6, 7.
We'll pick up there next week.
6, 7.
As you fight.
My manual dice to see if it would have changed.
We'll pick up there next week as you fight the champion of the Shepherd. So.
Oh boy.
Oh no. Oh.
Nice.
Well.
No.
Goodbye.
Well, the 3.
All of you who are watching. Bye bye. We'll be back next week for gnarly combat.